Hey guys, today we're going to learn about how we make predictions. So this will be our last standard for this unit, and the unit test will will include this. So making predictions. Good readers make predictions about the text that they read. You predict before and during reading. So what that means is before you can start reading, you can predict, and you also predict while you're reading. You can check your predictions by summarizing key points from your reading. That means thinking about really what happened when you were reading. And when we infer, we make predictions. So you're probably thinking, what does it mean to infer? When you infer, you think about what you're reading and you kind of conclude what that's going to be about. So let's practice predicting. Remember, a prediction is kind of like a guess about what's going to happen next based on what we do know. So it says, who am I? I fly in the sky. I am not an animal. I am usually white. Many people can ride in me, and I am big and noisy. So when we predict who we think this is, we're going to read these clues. Okay, so I fly in the sky is clue 1. I am not an animal is clue 2. I'm usually white is clue 3. Many people ride in me, that's clue 4. And big and noisy is clue 5. So you use those clues and you try to predict what this is. You try to guess what this is. Great, it's an airplane. Good job. Let's do another one. Who am I? I am pink. You can eat me. I am very dirty. I like to play in the mud. I say oink, oink, oink. What do we think that is? Now, make sure when you're making your guess, you're not just making a super random guess, because that doesn't make any sense and that's not going to be correct. When we're making our guess, we have to make sure that it's an educated guess. We have to make our guess based on what we've read. So we use our clues to predict what this is. I'm not going to guess fish because I know that a fish doesn't really play in the mud and they don't say oink, oink, oink. So I would not guess fish. I would probably guess a pig because I know that a pig makes the noise oink, 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 and a pig is pink. Let's do this one. Who am I? I live in Africa. I am yellow and brown. I'm a big animal. I eat leaves at the top of trees. I have a very, very long neck. Who might this be? Yes, I am a giraffe. Great job, guys. So good readers make predictions using story titles too. You can also use illustrations and clues from a story. So story titles are what the author gives us at the front of a story. Okay, it's that very front page. So let's make predictions with story titles only. So for this next couple things, we're going to just look at the cover of the story and we're going to think about what the book might be about. So this one is titled The Rainbow Fish. Predict what you think this book may be about, only based off this cover. Yeah, this may be about a rainbow fish. Let's look at this one. The title of this story is The Biggest Snowman Ever. Notice how it's really good illustration on this cover too. We can not only use the title, but we can also look at this cover illustration, which illustration is the drawing, to see what this book may be about. Yeah, I think you're probably right. It's probably going to be like about a big snowman. This one, The Relatives Came. Look at the illustration on this one too, as well as the cover and the title, because it looks like they have some packed bags up there. Yeah, it's probably about their family coming to visit them. Great job. So we can make predictions based on clues from the story and what we already know. So the thing that we want to do when we're predicting is we use the story clues, okay, and we try to predict. But then good readers also revise or look again at their predictions as they read and gather evidence or clues that confirm that prediction. So what that means, revise, means at the very beginning of the story, we get a prediction in our head, okay? Maybe as we're reading, we see, hey, that is not what I think I predicted because that clue tells me something different. Then I'm going to revise my prediction to something else. How do good readers make predictions? So good readers make a prediction with scenarios They make predictions based on clues. They make predictions based on illustrations. They make predictions based on what they already know. So now we're going to make a prediction for the following scenarios. We're going to use clues from the text. It says, John wanted to buy some candy at the store, but he forgot his money at home. What do you think will happen next? So you look at this passage. This is kind of what's going to be on your test. You'll look at the passage and you'll try to think, what do I think will happen next based on what I know? Okay. You're not just going to make some random guess when you're predicting. You're going to look at what you know. John wanted to buy some candy at the store, but he forgot his money at home. What do you think will happen next? I predict, based on the passage, that since he forgot his money at home, he will probably go home and get his money and then go back to the store to buy some candy because he really wanted to buy that candy. You may have thought of a different prediction along that line. If it includes the clues of the passage and you used your clues to make the prediction, then that's correct. Jenny was swinging on the swings when she heard a snap. What do you think will happen next? I predict that Jenny will fall because she heard that loud snap as she was swinging. So I think that snap was probably a break in the swing or a crack of the rope. And I'm going to predict that she will fall next. So notice how when making predictions, you do use the clues, okay, in your passage, in your illustrations, to make a guess on what will happen next. This week, you're going to be practicing on how to make predictions. You're going to have a little passage. You're going to read that passage. You're going to read the clues in that passage, and you're going to make a guess. It's going to be multiple choice on what will happen next, okay? Sometimes I want you to tell me why. Why do you think that will happen next? Because really good readers are able to go back and say why they chose that answer, because typically you used your clues that are in the passage. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions on how to make predictions, please let me know. Thanks.